Come into the room, family. Come into the room. Welcome. Okay. I am the H-Town vet, and I'd like to welcome you to this live stream, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans and their dependents. Welcome, family. Welcome. Glad you're here. Come on into the room. First person in. I was telling we were going to be in at 6:30, and it was Cindy Queen. We good to hear from our sister up there in San Francisco. As we said down here, sounds good to me, she said. Thank you for coming. Do apologize for the little delay. I needed more time. You know, at the last minute, I come up with more ideas to put in the presentation. Jay Oliver say, hello, H-Town and family. I'm back. You were missed. I mentioned you last time. Yes, indeed. Let me know if you can hear me. How's my sound? Let us know how it's going. Let us know. Then we have in the house, we have Betty Bops saying, hello, Cindy Queen. How is your new job? Oh, yeah. Transitioning. Yes, indeed. This was earlier. And then good evening, Jay. I hope everything is well. Then they saying hello to each other. I come in and say good evening. Now we're caught up to where we're at now. I don't want to overlook other people's comments from earlier. Now we're on this live stream. As I said, we started 30 minutes later than we usually do, but we're glad that you are here. MG Smith say, H-Town, good evening. Everyone is early. Good evening, family. And then we have Coasty saying, hello, H-Town and the family. Then we have Jay Oliver saying, hi, MS Smith and Coasty with the ship anchor down. Yes, indeed. That's them sailors talking now. Coasty said, hi, Cindy, Betty, Jay, MG Smith. MG Smith say, salute to Coasty. Yes, indeed. Now, look what we got here. Charleston Zimmerman says, evening shipmates and H-Town family, certified mail, my intent to file, VA form 21-0966 form today. Yes, indeed. I hear you. Make sure you have a physical copy, hard copy of that, meaning that you submitted or the code that you submitted it with online, and you need to have that printed out. MG Smith says, Jay, missed you the last live. I missed Jay the last live. He's the one that gave us, I believe, the code sheet. You know, all the codes for the different disabilities that the VA allow you to be service connected for. And everybody's speaking. Oh, everybody's in here tonight. I'm gonna just get the major word. Jay Oliver say yes. MG Smith had a light storm. Okay. Fried the modem. Ooh, just got online. Okay, then Jay Oliver, he's talking to Jay Oliver, and he says, just like at sea, the ships get hit with lightning, fuse, electrical equipment, smoke, shipmate. You know, that's amazing because the whole ship is metal. How do y'all deal with electrical storms? We'll get into that later on. But that's something. Good evening from Rose City D. Good evening. H-Town veteran, salute the chat. Then we have Charleston. Everybody's speaking. I'm trying to just get the little chats out the way, unless somebody just came in, like our brother Kevin Cobar Sr. say, good evening, veteran family. Then we have Alaskan Ice in the house. What is she saying? Hello, everyone. Betty Bops and everybody speaking. Love just arrived, is in the house, and we will appreciate it. Say, just arrived. Hello, H-Town and everyone. And then we have Betty Bops saying, they speaking each other. Okay. I'm going to let y'all speak so I can kind of catch up. Because y'all are at it tonight. And I like it on there, you know. Ooh, boy, y'all at it. See, this is how I go. Then we got Scott and Isis World in the building. Isis World saying, hello, everyone. Get them likes up, fam. That's from Rose City D. And then MG Smith, they saluting. Yes, indeed. We done caught up. It's about a little over 5 minutes. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Family, like I say, for those of you that are new to the channel, I'm the H-Town Vet, and we talk about veteran issues here and many other things. Smash that like button if you hadn't had an opportunity to do so. We'd appreciate it. Let us know what we're looking like, if you can, Betty Bops, on those likes. Now, for those that have never watched the channel before, this is an interactive channel, different from any other veteran channel and most channels on YouTube. Almost the whole, much of the live stream is about us interacting and being informative also. Now she says, and this is wonderful, Betty Bob says we have 10 likes and 12 watching. Real good, real good. So this is an informative, interactive channel, and because of trolling issues, and to make sure that we straight with who we are transparent. All right. So trolls, if you send anything janky, don't think it won't show up here. I don't usually use your name or nothing like that. Even when I drag people heavy, I took the video down when I had to really go in on people. I just had to make a statement. Now I can put videos back up. This is a protective place because we are sharing here. Many of us suffer from disabilities related to our military service and other conditions. And so we need to make sure that we protective and respectful of each other, because we sharing information, and it's always going to be some haters in the house just hating because they hate me because they ain't me. So we don't play gotcha here. If something wrong, just let us know. Like sometimes I may misspeak some words, and I remember another night I said something about, oh, you have 2 10%, you get a you can get a 10%. And I meant to say, if you have 2 0%, you can get a 10% rating if it prevents you from working. So let's talk about it, family. Our regularly scheduled live streams are on Sundays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Time. And we have impromptu lives. We had one on Tuesday a few days ago. And so there's sometimes they're random. So you just got to stay on top of it. It's depending on if I'm feeling it. We got to keep it going. Now, look, you say, yes, H-Town, put the trolls on blast so we will know. It's important because every troll ain't the same. Some people have egos and they silly. Others wait around. And then some people may not be trolls now. It might be people right in here with us right now. But if I say something that they don't like, they may feel like they got burnt. They might come back and jump out the bag. You understand? So I'm prepared for all that. That's the reason I handle the things the way I do. It ain't personal towards y'all, but when you develop bonds with people, sometimes those bonds go left. Sometimes people ain't feeling what you're saying. Well, this may not be the place for you until you can let the healing begin, because the message, nobody stops the message. The message is the message. I can't stop the message. You understand? No. I did this for a purpose. No one's bigger than the message. If you'd like to contact us, Here's our contact and our what do you call it? Our contact and donation information. Yes, H-Town, protect the channel, of course. Because people be doing little slick stuff here and there, trying to test my boundaries. And I'm going to tell you, with testing boundaries, you can come different ways. Eventually, you're going to get up out the paint too. At some point, nobody's big. I'm just telling you. I give some leeway. One person, I let them do it about 5 or 6 times. And then they finally was pulled up out the paint. You know, they were surprised because they wasn't up here hoorahing. You don't have to hoorah. Just if you keep hinting at me saying it, I shouldn't have to try to, you know, people want me to embarrass them publicly. They want me to get up here and do it so they can put up a show. I ain't gonna let you put up a show. I'm anticlimactic. I done told you what it was, and my request is not unreasonable. And even if it is, this is my platform. Show some respect. The same respect I'm giving you. You may not like it, but I have to do it for decorum and to make sure we're on the same page. You can't come buffalo your way in, all right? So those for people to learn. MG Smith says, H-Town, we're not sweating the small stuff. You always catch it and correct it. Yes, indeed. I caught something tonight, nothing to do with the channel. I caught something that I want to share with y'all when we go into the other part of Real Talk from Love. Real Talk H-Town. Yeah. Now, we got to remind them. See, I'm going to tell you something. The Apostle Paul used to persecute the church, but he never let a moment slip where when he had an opportunity to say who he used to be or the problems he used to have. So the problems we used to have on the channel, you can't do nothing with going away. We're not going to live in the problem, and it wasn't that major. Some of you didn't even notice it, but I noticed it because I noticed people that have nasty ways, people that are silly. Yeah, I do. And they think I'm stupid. They say, I got him that time. You got me all right. Keep on playing around. You see, they can't see. You see how I do it in a way they can't even come back and say nothing. They don't even say nothing about the information we put out. They don't say nothing about, hey, well, you said the rules were this. Nah, I told you the rules and you didn't listen. And I gave you a few times to comply. Now, what you're welcome here. You come in here, we want everybody to come in. Is even Saul a prophet? Come on, let's talk about it. So the scriptures say. So people think they smart. People think that, yeah, I've been around so long. I've been getting over on people so long. Yeah, okay. Now, we honor every branch of the military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. We thank you for your service, and we appreciate all of you. Yes, indeed. Regardless of your military status, civilian, whatever, all are welcome. Now, how's that weather? Is it snowing, raining? Is it snowing, raining? Is it extremely hot? And also, in addition to that, what is the temperature where you at? Now, Love says, no one will last here without helping everyone. My perspective. That's right. If you're, if their heart ain't in it, they can't do it for so long, because after a while they're gonna crash out. Remember, the expert troll was dropping knowledge. Thought that was hypnotizing us. Thought we was, whoa. He never thought I'd be using it for an example, because I never said nothing. I let him talk. Let him talk. Let him act a fool. But that let the other ones know that's coming. It's worse trolls coming than that. Love, support. Yes, indeed. Now, this real talk. He say, Rose City D, Saul was a mercenary. Yes, he was. Hired by Rome to keep the Jews in line, my brother. Then God blinded him. Blinded him, and then the scales came off his eyes. Kevin said, so Paul said that when I was ignorant and I didn't know any better, he said God's grace kept him. He said, but now that I know the truth, so all you trolls out there, now that you know the truth, and they ain't just male, female trolls too. Kevin Kobar Sr., 88 degrees in Memphis, Tennessee. Betty Bob say it's in Maryland, it's 80 degrees and sunny. And then MG Smith says that it's 81 degrees, mostly sunny in Cooksville, Tennessee. Well, the dinosaur head, he chilling with his glasses on. Coastie say cloudy and 68 degrees in Massachusetts. And Rose City D say 82 degrees scattered showers today. Oh, okay. Jay Oliver say stormy and 90 prayers for those affected by the flood. Were there other areas affected by the flood? And we pray for those families and the people that were lost and affected and their properties destroyed and their lives, really hit hard. And I think President was saying some things about it. So hope they attend to that because it's very important. Love say real talk, Rose City D. Love say very warm here. He's in Cali, people. He's in Cali. Alaska Night says 89 degrees. She in the same area, so I will not put a conflicting number. That's about what it is. Love say real talk, Jay Oliver. Come on, fam. Now, let's get to it. Ain't nothing to do but to do it. The new releases that we have. Now, hold on. Let's get up what Alaska Night saying here. She say 120 lost in the flood, 170 still missing. This took place in the evening, fam. You understand? So a lot of people were not prepared or notified. Betty Bob says, you're sure all are females, not dudes with other accounts pretending to be women? Well, I got to be honest with you, Betty Bobs. I think even the so-called women are dudes because of the way they talk. I never known women to do the stuff. Women are more, if they gonna come with some slick stuff, women are more creative. Now, it's dudes. I just don't want to believe that men are be acting like a woman to get close to talking to a man. Don't even know how to do it. Look what they say. Don't contact me no more. They don't want to contact me. A woman ain't gonna do that. A woman just gonna go off on you. Well, stop contacting me. Stop contacting you. You don't want to contact me. Then they were stupid. That's how I knew it was a dude. That email I sold you, that's how I knew it a dude. I say, you telling me not to contact you. You the one harassing and contacting me. I didn't block them. They never emailed me again. That's how they lack common sense. They don't even know how women think. Yes, dude. It's just weird saying it's this. It's just really weird. They sitting there rubbing themselves down with the Diddy baby oil thinking about H-Town. It's creepy. I mean, dudes, I don't knock your lifestyle, but you need to go ahead and express yourself. Go ahead and do it. I'm not the one. I'm not into that. You understand? Man, a dude fixated on another dude? Love say, real talk, Betty Bobs, anything possible social media. And I think this one dude, that expert troll, he's acting like 3 or 4 different women. I knew he was 2 or 3 women because they all stopped when I checked him one night. Boom. They never commented. Lady is a dude, sounds like the 60s song. Thank you. Love. Say, yeah. I really don't have no problem out of women. Really don't, not women don't have no problem. As long as you don't offend women, and you respect this, their position, and the women chill. The ladies in here chill. Because these people don't really show up, so I don't know where they come from. So that they would. I ain't gonna give the ladies a bad break on that. Them dudes acting like women. Because I ain't never heard women communicate like this, that weird stuff. Now, new releases, family. New releases. Watch our video talking about the proposal and enforced law. Okay? Watch it. All right? You say, well, what is it about? You got to go look at the video. We went over it last time, our last video. They were talking about proposing that they were going to take your TDIU when you turn 67. That's not law. That's not law. The ways to submit VA claims, either through the old ways or new technology. That's the second video, the latest one. And this one's very important. VA claim anxiety, dealing with should I file for an increase when or when you shouldn't file for an increase. Was it worth me doing so? Smash that like button, family. Now let's get on topic. And we're going to have a chance at the end, so we'll talk about anything. The topic for today why is it important to have all service-connected disabilities on your VA problems list? And we're going to break that down, okay? And show you where you can get the diagnoses that are not on your problems list, other places that you can seek and you can get those, all right? Let's talk about it. And in particular, your VA code sheet, syncing that with your VA problems list. Because everything that you're diagnosed with as far as being service connected will be on your VA code sheet. And you don't have to look at different decision letters, fam. Huh? Who else telling you this here? Let's talk about it. Now, so the whole goal is to sync these things. So that's why it's important to have a copy of your VA code sheet and a current copy of that and a current copy of your problems list. You need to update because they'll put other disabilities on your VA code sheet and your problems list while you're not even knowing. The doctor may diagnose you with something and you don't even know it was put into your records. Either at the VHA, that's where your problems list would be, which is the Veterans Healthcare Administration, or with the VBA, right? Which is the Veterans Benefit Administration, where you get your VA code sheet. Let's talk about it. Now, so the whole thing we're talking about is your health status as it relates to the VA hospital, as it relates to the Veterans Veteran Benefits Administration, or the VA, we usually call it, where you get claims done. That when you go to a CMP exam, they are checking for your health status, seeing if you have a condition, seeing if that condition is connected to your military service in almost every case. And thirdly, to see how severe or bad your condition is. All right? Come on, health status. Let's talk about it. Now, one good place, we starting with the Veteran Benefits Administration, the VAB. A good place to find, and I've asked y'all this before, to find the information that you need as it relates to everything that you're diagnosed with, everything that you've been denied for, everything that is pending or deferred is going to be on your VA code sheet. Did you hear me? Not just what you're service connected for, not just what you were denied service connection for, but the things that you were deferred. Family, you see how important it is to have your VA code sheet from the VA regional office. Somebody, because some people are new, somebody's number one, let us know if you have your VA code sheet. And this is what it would look like. Some people it's going to be several pages. Okay. And some of you let us know how to get a copy of the VA code sheet. What was the easiest way for you to get it? All right. Now, so in this case, I'm going to make it full screen, fam. Who has their VA code sheet? And if we're going to talk code sheet first. He say thumbs up, he got his code sheet. It's a list of everything it's a diagnostic list from the Veterans Benefit Administration. It's not your problems list. This is what you get when you're supposed to get when you get your decision letter and your notification letter when you get your benefits. Let us know if you have it and how can you get a copy of it. So let me go full screen. So Rose City D say he has his. Kevin say he has his. Kevin, did you get a copy after you got these last decisions, my brother? Let me know. If you just got a new decision from the VA, you need to get an updated copy of your VA code sheet, fam. Is that all right? Give us a thumbs up if you have your code sheet, or just say I do. Now, a current copy. I don't have a current copy. Okay, now Coasty say, I talked to the veteran technical support today, and they told me there's no way to get my service-connected disability put on my problems list. What technical support? Hold on, you go to your doctor. Yeah, you can get it on there. Because guess what? Are you listening to me? I want you to listen. See, I'm going to say this here to you. I'm going to ask you a question. Can you have on your VA code sheet or on your decision letter, can you have a diagnosis on there that a doctor didn't give? Follow me. Are you listening to me? So the VA ain't the one that give you the diagnosis. The CMP examiner or something they found in your medical records. You can take those medical records and give them to the VA. I didn't say you need to take your code sheet over there and give it to them. You want to sync the diagnoses that are on your code sheet with your problems list, the things you're diagnosed with at the VA hospital or VA healthcare system, but you just show them based on the medical evidence what another doctor diagnosed. Yeah, they can do that, because you can't get service connection without a diagnosis unless it's undiagnosed illness. Tell me if I'm lying. Huh? Come on now, talk to me. Tell me if I'm lying. Because if you're getting it without a diagnosis, that's called fraud, unless you got it for undiagnosed illness. So he got his problem list. Say, call the VA and ask for it. Okay. And Coasty said, so what tech were they with the VA hospital? What tech? What kind of veteran tech support? What is that? Let us know, Coasty. He said, thumbs up. He got his. I called VA benefits and they emailed it to me. So only reason you getting your VA code sheet is so, and let me pull it back up. The reason you getting your VA code sheet is so you can find out what the VA have you diagnosed with based on the doctor's evidence. Then you go back to the doctor's evidence, and that's what you submit to your doctor at the VA hospital, and you let them know. Alaska Knight says she has a VA code sheet. Kevin Colbert Sr. says, yes, I did. Then Love say, H-Town, I got my father's code sheet and all was wrong. Nothing got approved until I went before the VBA, Board of Veteran Appeals. I hear you. Now listen, Betty Bob's, I got in March 2025, H-Town. I got it after. She's talking about her VA code sheet. I got it after you told me, and I was shocked when they mailed it. Come on now. I'm going to do it too. I'm going to do it the way you showed me. Coasty say, patient advocate told me to talk to them. Yes. So you're going to get different answers. So if people don't know, they'll start telling you just about anything. But the thing is, you ain't getting no diagnosis on no code sheet, that on no VA code sheet, without a doctor or a professional in that field giving you that. The VA don't put that on your code sheet unless a medical professional approved of it. Now tell me if I'm lying or telling the truth. Do they put something on your code sheet other than if you went to Voc Rehab? All right. You go to Voc Rehab, that's not a medical condition. They'll put that on your code sheet. All right. But I'm talking about when it comes to medically diagnosed illnesses. Tell me if I'm lying. So I hope, I apologize if I gave you the impression that you're just going to take your code sheet over to the VA hospital and say, hey, just put this on there. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're going to use it as a checklist to say, okay, now I need evidence. What did they use to do this here? What doctor? That's how you find out. And it's usually in your CMP exam or what they used in your medical records. Bingo, H-Town, on point. Now listen to what Teddy Woodson say. I had a FOIA request and now for the code sheet, but I'm a baby code only, have tinnitus and left ankle service connected. He said, babe, I'm a super baby. All I got on there is I think PTSD. Now Jay Oliver say, thumbs up, disability breakdown letter. That's what it is. Come on, family. Isn't it? Wow. Jay Oliver just dropped facts. Did you see that knowledge? Basically, the VA code sheet is a disability breakdown letter. What does it break down? I got it to the left. Look at it. What you're service connected for, and what you're not service connected for, and what's deferred. That's the first part. Second, the condition and the code number. And you can put that code in and it'll give you the description of what symptoms. It'll tell you all about your condition. Then number 3, the combat code status. If you have a code 1, non-combat veteran. A non-combat disability. I'm sorry. If you have a code 2, combat veteran. There's 4 codes, but they have different things. If it's 3, it might be a mixture. You have to go back and watch our video on code sheet. Number 4 is the future exams. Do you see in there's 3 boxes, one big one at the top. Then there's the second one that shows that they were Navy honorable, the individual. I ain't put no name on this one. And it says in the third box to the very right, future exam date. That's what you look for. And you wanted to say no future exams. Huh? Come on and talk to me. But he has, this individual in the Navy has future exams, June 2019. So you can find out they about to take you for an exam. You don't want to be surprised by it, do you? You can start getting you can go get a public DBQ based on this code sheet. This is your guide. What did you call it again, Jay Oliver? He called it the disability breakdown letter. Breakdown letter and guide. I like that. Now, listen to what our brother's saying here. We got our brother, I got to catch up on the chat. Thank y'all for staying on topic. Charleston say, I just sent in my email to the VBA in my mail intent to file form for communication by email with my phone number. Okay. And everybody saying hi. Hey, thank you. Our brother Teddy's in here. They say, hey, Teddy say, hey, Jay. Now, listen to what our brother's saying here. This is helping everybody by us talking about these things. Love says, trying to get over here. Let me get over here. I like my little cash app showing, you know what I'm saying? Just keep kind of like they do at the movie. We're trying to put things in your mind. Now, we ain't got no secret rooms, but we sure got a wall behind us. Now, Love say my father's medical records was submitted to the benefit of the Board of Veteran Appeals judge. All was approved good. Love say so true, H-Town. Love say medical records is the key. Now, listen, love say code 1 on my father's sheet was wrong. They had code 1 on mine too, and I'm a combat veteran. No future exams on my father's code sheet. Now that's interesting. How do we get the VA to correct? You got to put in and tell them it's correct. What form can you do when they have something wrong on your award letter? Now, we've never talked about this. Thank you, love. You made me think of something. What if on your code sheet, who do you talk to? Your service representative, of course. Now, this person here, this Navy, honorably discharged Navy veteran, they had that condition we talked about, you with the razor bumps. I call it PB, Barbie, and acne. So they 10% for that. And you see the code to the left. Do you see it? The code, that's that. So they got on the code sheet, that's the code 7813-7806. And they're 10%. And you can be static at 10%. That means not likely to improve. You don't have to be 100% to be static. I know people be 70% and be static, but you want to be static at 100, really. But whatever rating you got, that locks you in for that rating. Or, make it hard for them to reduce you. Then this Navy veteran has headaches. And look when they got it. Both of them was a pre-discharge exam. So just like our sister Cindy Queen, she pre-discharge exams. And that's when she got most of her ratings. Now she may get some after she get out, and we understand that. H-Town VBA judge corrected. Okay, good. Now, headaches. Now look, the first, look where it is. I forgot to say the first condition, the acne and the Barbie, the skin bumps, is service connected, peacetime incurred. But it's still service connected. Oh, family, we got 16 watching and 16 likes. Good. Now, in addition, the headaches, they were doing a pre-discharge exam, service connected, Gulf War incurred. They have a future exam in 2019. That's why I say future exam in 2019 up top. Then they 10%, tell them what they got, and then go down to the right foot, have issues with that, okay. And that was in service connected during peacetime. So one of them, the headaches occurred in the Gulf War. You can be a combat veteran, and some of your conditions could be combat related, and some can be doing peacetime or some doing wartime, And that right foot is static. They 0% for a certain time, and then after that, they became 10%. So they're going to have a combined rating. Tinnitus, it occurred in the Gulf War, so it's wartime related static disability. And then the last one, status post right thumb fracture. This occurred during peacetime, because a lot of us get injured on doing our regular job on the bases and doing maneuvers. You say, look, who in here, if you've ever had a pre-discharge exam, many of us older veterans did not. If you've ever had an exam before you got out the military for your disabilities, let us know, put a 1 in the chat if you've had a pre-discharge exam. If you've never had a pre-discharge exam, meaning you didn't get no exam before you got out for disability, before you got out of the military, put a 2. I never got one, so I'm going to put a 2. Let us know, fam. See, that's why we talking. We learn the term. I never got an exam before I got out. I tried to say something, but they say, file that when you get out. No, okay, so Betty Bob's And I should ask, what year was it? Because mine was back in the 90s. So, 92. So it wasn't we wasn't as formed. Betty Bops didn't get one. Jay Oliver did. I would love to know what year. M.G. Smith did not. But we're trying to make it where the young people can learn about getting these exams before they get out. But they kind of informed them. They didn't tell us nothing. People were getting, Betty Bopp said hers, she got out in 94 and I got out in 92. And I didn't do a discharge exam. So she did in 1985. She was aware. Alaskan Ice was aware. The reason they don't want you to do the exams while you in is because they got to go back to the date of injury if you file it while you in there and you get approved. I skipped somebody. M.G. Smith said 2. J. Oliver said 1. Betty Bopp said 2, 94. Mine was 92. And I got a 1992, and I didn't get one, so I had to put a 2. J. Oliver said 94. I got an exit exam in 94. Wow. Y'all knew more than us. M.G. Smith, how did you do that? Did you know to do it or they told you, J. Oliver? Because I got out same year as M.G. Smith and no exam. Kevin say 2000 and no exam. Man, they kind of robbed us, didn't it? Do you think it has a lot to do with your command? Did somebody inform you, like another veteran? Somebody kind of helped me to it, but I didn't know. But this is the first sheet of their code sheet. This Navy veteran here, okay? They got actually 3 pages, say 1 or 2, but it's actually 3. Now, on the second page, it shows their combined rating based, because they got all the, remember, combined ratings is VA math. So you may have 410% ratings, but it won't add up to 40% because it's VA math. However, if you have it for your knees and your, I think, let's say your knees and your ankles or something, or hands, you might get 10% for each for things like that. It works a little different, okay? So now look what they got here. They got a combined rating, fam. It's in red, a combined rating, and that's what you need to see. What your overall rating and the combined rating. In 07, they had a 20% rating. Then coming in 2018, they was 30%, and it has the date. Okay. Then it shows other things. Okay. Let's talk about it. What else does it show? It showed everything that they wasn't, we say non-service connected, not subject to compensation, was these conditions, sleep apnea. They had a pre-discharge, not service connected. This OCULAR condition, not service connected. Dysrhosia, I don't know how to say that. They filed for post disorder, not service connected. However, look at this. Something like our brother Kevin Kobar Sr. They deferred the issue, the acid reflux. What's another name for acid reflux in the Navy and what's another name they usually refer to it as? Acid reflux. Now you say, our brother Love say, my father, 1979 medical discharge from the Marine Fleet Reserve. Okay. J. Oliver got it. GERD. That's the form of acid reflux. I don't know if it's the exact same thing, but there you go. They was deferred, meaning they needed more evidence. So for example, so let's look at the deferred issue. That means if you have an issue that's deferred that they didn't make a decision on, but they made decisions on the other stuff, but they deferred this one, that means that the VA needs more information to make a final decision on a disability benefits claim. A deferral is not a denial or an approval, but rather an opportunity to provide additional evidence. And you should ask them, do you need more evidence from me? If they do, when they do the deferred, they should tell you what evidence they need from you. That if the doctor wasn't clear enough, or if they didn't check one of the boxes that they should, the VA need to say that. Huh? Now, here are some reasons why a VA claim might be deferred. Incomplete evidence. That's one. You follow me here? What's going on, Big Head? Big Head, what's up, my brother Big Head? I'm good. Brother Lawson, yes, indeed. He said incomplete evidence. The evidence submitted with the claim was not enough to make a decision. Most of the time, they will deny you, but sometimes what will they do? They need more information, but it may not have been your fault. The doctor wasn't clear enough, or they didn't get some of your records. They might be waiting on some of your records. What's another reason for deferred claims? Multiple service-connected conditions, like our brother Kevin Cobar Sr. He had many of them, so the VA may be ready to decide on some decisions, but not on others. That's what you were going through, brother Kevin Cobar Sr. Now, they made some decisions on some. Who's ever had a deferred claim? Put DC in the chat. Not for Washington, D.C. DC, if you ever had a deferred claim, put DC in the chat after you show love to our brother Ronald Lawson. Now, let me tell you something. You know what I love about him? This is a real brother here. You know, we disagree. We got into it. We fussed. And guess what? We family. He ain't trolling. He come at me and we talk it out. He tell me, man, I don't agree with that because of this here and that there. And we talk it out. Huh? And he'll say, oh, I ain't mean nothing by this here. I say, man, I ain't mean nothing by this here. This man contacted us from a cruise. And everybody he say, still traveling. Our brother said, let me see what I missed up here. Number one, my father. Okay. Now, our brother says that Charles said 1981 deployed Navy had confusion. Really? Then Jay Oliver says, I left the career and was discharged a month later because I was extended due to North Korea president while I was overseas doing something. I don't know what this is. Dying. Oh, he died. Oh, really? You were there when before the sun took over. He said, what's up, my brother Big Head from Brother Rollins? They saying, good evening, you still traveling? And they saying hello to him. Hi, Rollins. So yes, you're not the only one, brother Kevin Cobar Sr. Look at how many people that had deferred claims. Jay Oliver, you, Kevin Cobar Sr. had deferred claims. Coasty didn't have a deferred claim. It's not a rejection or an approval. Alaskan Ice didn't have a deferred claim. Love had a deferred claim. And then MG Smith, hello, Roland. Now check this out. Now the last two. Now follow this here. We the other reasons why they will defer a claim need more clarity. This happens a lot. The VA may request more rationales or clarity from medical examiners. They want a clearer medical evidence and medical opinion from them. You heard what I said? They want a clear medical opinion of how the evidence connects to their service or maybe how severe the condition is. Huh? Or they may need clarity on the diagnosis, the 3 parts of being a disabled veteran. Diagnosis, nexus. They may want clarity on that. They might want clarity on the severity level. Come on, fam. Do H-Town break it down? Last thing, this is a no-no. You don't let this happen. You hear me? Incomplete disability benefits questionnaire, meaning the doctor may have not looked over the whole record, may not have checked all the boxes, didn't even put their medical credentials on there. That's why I tell you, anybody that gives you a Nexus letter or DBQ, some of these people talking about they helping veterans and you paying them big money. Some of these people on YouTube, so all social media, and they don't give you the doctor. Ain't no doctor name on there. They're a fraud. They just hustling you out your money, and you just got suckered. Because the VA gonna look at that with no doctor. They'll say you wrote that, and that other person ain't taking no responsibility. Stop letting people hustle you. Now, Kevin say, I got them all what they need to finish my claim. Okay. Come on, fam. Real talk, H-Town. Yeah, you better have some, you better everything complete. Don't be having, and we about to talk a little bit about that tonight. I saw an interesting thing. Let's continue. Now, let's talk about an example of how you can see if everything's the same. We're going to use a simple example, not no whole bunch of disabilities. The hypothetical Mr. John Brown, he was a combat veteran. His only condition that he's diagnosed with is what? PTSD with depressive disorder. It's all connected, not otherwise specified. So his main diagnosis is PTSD. Okay? So that's what he's service connected. He tried for chronic fatigue syndrome. Look at the bottom. And he was denied. Not service connected. Show you. Chronic fatigue, not service connected. All wildfires during Desert Storm, not service connected. Come on now. Now, Brother Lawson says, here in Vegas with a friend from out of town until Saturday. Then I'm back on the road. Hey, do what you got to do. Enjoy yourself, brother. Betty Bob says 17 likes and 18 watching. Thank y'all for watching live and recorded. Thank you so much. So here's a situation. Now look at the top, fam. Look at the third box on this one. This is an Army veteran. This is more filled out. He was represented, start at the top, the name, John Brown, and then the Social Security number, claim number, which could be different if you're an older veteran. It might be a different number. And his power of attorney was the American Legion. And then the dates he was in the military and the branch and what type of discharge. You can even get that on the code sheet. Then it talks about adjudication. Notice of disagreement. It was an appeal. 8/15/2014, and that was his award effective date too. Associated claim, DRO, meaning high level reviewer. That's what they call it back then, a decision review officer. And that person checked it out, 4/21/2015. Then subject to compensation. What can he get compensated for? One thing, post-traumatic stress disorder, and it occurred during the Gulf War, thus giving him the combat code of 2. Now, if he had some in combat, some not, he might get a combat code of 3 or 4. If it was all non-combat related, it would be a 1. Now, and this is what's good. It shows his combined ratings when he first got 30%, he got 50% the date, and then 70%, then 100%. You telling me? And then it showed where he got the unemployability before the 100%. They got it after the 100%. But yes, all that laid out. Come on. And then what he did not, the VA did not approve as service connected. Man, come on, let's talk about this. Now, so look there. So to be clear, look at the things that are service connected and not service connected. And I just gave an example. That's what NSC stands for, not service connected. So with the hypothetical Mr. John Brown, service connected for PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, non-service connection, no connection for chronic fatigue syndrome, right? That means he applied for a claim, but it was denied. Let's continue. Now how does this we still dealing with the hypothetical Mr. John Brown, his name at the bottom. So what things that he had on his problems list, what things did Mr. John Brown have on his VA code sheet that is on his problems list at the VA hospital that he's diagnosed? He have on his code sheet with the Veteran Benefit Administration and the problems list. Put the number 1 through 7. There's 7 things listed, 1 through 7, and it's in red. Which one of those things that is service connected that's on his problems list and on his VA code sheet? You can put the number and you can put the disorder too if you want to. Which one? I'm gonna give y'all a chance to answer that. And go to release of information to get a copy of your VA code, your problems list. You get that from the VA hospital, the VA Healthcare Administration. Let us know, fam. I ain't got no responses from y'all yet. Can y'all hear me? You see the numbers up there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See which one. And we're talking about the last code sheet we just saw with Mr. John Brown. Which is it? What y'all say? He say 5. He was PTSD. Now, what if he want to do sleep apnea? So now that he got a diagnosis, he can take this diagnosis. That's the first step. That's the first step. That sleep apnea, he can file a claim if he got evidence because he already got the diagnosis. And then Betty Bob say 5, say 8, say Love Us H-Town loud and clear. MG Smith say 5, and everybody show love to Crimson Alumni 04. Say, hey y'all, peace. Number 5, yes indeed. Yes indeed. Letting us know you in the house. And they had the answer to the thing. Now, I need to know if you have your problems list. We already asked y'all that. Now I haven't asked you about the code sheet. If you got your problems list from the VA hospital, up-to-date problems list, put PL in the chat for problems list, or you can put the word problems list. If you have a current copy of your problems list, I don't have a current copy, but put a PL. I need to get a current copy of mine. PL for you if you have your problems list. If you put PL in the chat, this is very important. And if you had nothing that's changed, that's current. If your conditions, but go back and check. I'm gonna go up there and get me a copy. So Kevin says problems list. He got a copy of his. Alaska Nights got her problems list. Let's see who else. Jay Oliver got their problems list. And then, can you print it off from My Healthy Vet? Love say hello. Crimson Alumni 4. Kevin say My Healthy Vet. Can you print it off the problem list? Y'all say it shows up. Can you print it off from? Is it a way to get a PDF copy of your problems list off of Blue Button in My Healthy Vet? Let us know. Now, Betty Bob says she has a problems list. Rose City D got his problems list. MG Smith got their problems list. Love got his father's problems list because he is a dependent. Rose City D say Blue Button on My Healthy Vet. You can print it out. So, that's what I want. I'm gonna get hooked up on Blue Button. Alaska Nights say yes, you can print it. For all you watching this live and recorded, you can print it. Get you an account. Do you need a premium account with? Tell me this. Do you need a premium account with My Healthy Vet to access Blue Button? Let us know. Jay Oliver say yes, you can print it. Okay. And Kevin say, yes, sir, H-Town vet, thank you. So I can do it. So even Rosie D say yes. Now listen to what our sister Alaska Knight says. Search medical records, select a date, and it will be close to the top. Wow. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be somebody in life. Huh? You hear that, Brother Lawson? I'm going to be somebody. Big Head going to be somebody, Brother Lawson. And then say, download it. See? So you can't just, I forgot you not just can print it, you can download it. I'm not tech savvy, family. I'm not acting dumb. I don't know. Y'all told me something, but I forget it. I'm not, I may have this knowledge, but when it comes to technology, when it's changed, it takes me a while to catch on. Brother Lawson said yes. Now, I left that thing on the bottom. I meant to delete that. Don't pay attention to the one at the bottom. My fault. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Let us continue. Now, what you were talking about, you were saying, well, H-Town, will they accept it if it's on my VA code sheet? How would a VA hospital accept it and put it on my problems list? Well, specialists, you look for the specialist that wrote it up. You look for the doctor that wrote it up, that wherever the diagnosis is for that's on your code sheet. And you let your doctor know, here, this doctor said this. Get those medical records. You're just using the code sheet as a guide. It's not automatic. You got to find out what medical diagnosis did they base putting it on, that had them put it on your code sheet. What did they refer to? He say, we all learn here, no fault. Yeah, I made a mistake. I left that thing on the bottom. I didn't mean to do that. Now, here we go. Charleston says, I don't think VA problems list includes pre-2002 VA treatments. Yeah, I had a problems list back in 2012. The problems list is the diagnosis. And so, yes, it does, because I was, you say 2002. Okay, pre-2002. I don't know. I get what you're saying now. Now, that's interesting. Does anybody have any diagnosis on their problem list before 2002? Let us know. Let's see what the hypothetical Mr. John Brown, his earliest one. Let's see. Uh, 2007, 2013. I don't know. Yeah, so it's possible because Jay Oliver says he has one. Interesting. But we learned so much talking to y'all. Specialist. Somebody that treats you. And when you get treatment for a condition, ask that doctor, did you put this on my diagnostic list? Is this a diagnosis? Ask him. Say, yes, I do. He has something before 2000. Jay Oliver does. Love say, bingo, H-Town. VA doctors note everything on my father's autopsy report. Yes, indeed. So when you're getting treated, go back to see if you're treated for something new at the VA, even the emergency room. Go back and see if it's something new been added to your problems list at the VA hospital, because I'm telling you the truth. I didn't know some of that stuff was on mine. The one I found out was on mine. Come on, fam. So when you get any new treatment for any new condition like your prostate or a new mental health disorder, because they're going to have, see, this is why it's important. See, listen, the reason you want your all the stuff that you're on your VA code sheet that you're service connected for, you want that translated onto your problems list, because you're going to need to get treatment and a specialist to help you with that And if you're not getting that, the VA might reduce you because they say you're not getting treatment. But you say, I'm not diagnosed with it at the VA hospital. You want to get that right. Tell them I need some help on this. That doctor work with you. Don't y'all think? Jay Oliver say, I have x-rays and images. Also, the notes. It includes notes too. And my hospital was destroyed during Hurricane Katrina. My Lord. Condolences, bro. That's something else. Betty Bob said, yes, they do have information before 2002. We got to help me because I didn't know that either. And our brother Charleston, how to get that if it's something. Or is it just when it started? I started going after 2000 myself. But about 99, I think that's when I started going regularly, started diagnosing me something with things. Jay Oliver say continuity of care is important. Can we say that 100 times? Can we say that? Continuity of care, continually seeking treatment, whether you trying to get your disability, got your disability, it don't matter. If you're continually seeking treatment and you are continually showing symptoms of your condition, that's what keeps your rate in the way. That's the evidence you need to fight a decrease. But if you're not continue seeking treatment, they can use that against you, saying, well, you're not getting treatment. That's why your condition's so bad. Not because of the severity level. It's because you're not getting treatment to make it better. Come on now. Now you say, well, what if I take it and I get better? Nah, unless it's a temporary rating, that don't matter. You just got to keep getting treatment. I know somebody that's going to say, I ain't seek no treatment. They ain't never called me in. Okay. Let that work for you and leave us alone. How many people come to me? You was right, H-Town. What I was right about? When I was telling you they ain't never come, they finally called me in. Yeah, but you told 100 people that same lie, and now you ain't the only fool. You made other fools because some of them listen to you. So why don't you go tell them? I didn't believe you. Jay Oliver say for Social Security and VA disability is the ticket. Yes, indeed. Now, our brother Coasty said, I am getting treatment for my chiropractor. I asked her to put that on the problems list because it's not on there. Treatment is treatment. It's what they're treating you for that goes on the problems list. It has to be a diagnosis. The treatment is just going to be part of your medical records that shows the measure of severity, the type of treatment you get. Treatment is not a diagnosis. Treatment is to treat the symptoms of a diagnosis, of a condition. You follow me? Huh? I'm yelling it because ain't nobody else telling it. But Brother Lawson, but he's vacationing right now, so it really don't matter. Roland say, that's your job to keep getting treatment because they're not concerned about how severe it was last year. They want to know how it's affecting you now. And if you continue to get treatment, if they try to call you in for reevaluation, boom, this is my treatment from last month. Boom, I went to how many times let me ask you this here. When it comes to mental health, how many times a year do you think you should talk to your psychiatrist, psychologist, or mental health professional? And I'm talking about in particular at the VA. What do you think is a good number to get treatment for? First, we're going to say mental health conditions. How often should you go in to get do it, by telehealth over the phone, visual? How often should you see your doctor? 2 times a year, 3 times a year, 4 times a year, or if it's bad, how many times? If it's really severe. Now, Jay Oliver say, only if the chiropractor is a VA chiropractor, it can be added to the system. Okay. You have to get the documents if it's community care. So you're using the documents not as a diagnosis unless the doctor gives you a diagnosis. But if you're already diagnosed and you're just getting treatment for it, then you want to send those treatment records into the VA, and he's telling you how to do it, Jay Oliver. Come on now. And even if they don't accept that hospital, you can use it as evidence for a VA claim. Now, remember, the first step, what's the first step to becoming a disabled veteran? Fam, let's see if anybody noticed. Somebody put it, what's the first step to becoming a disabled veteran? I said there's 3 parts to being a disabled veteran. What's the first step? We just kind of went over it. Might a little be hard to spell. Because I can't spell it. What's the first step to becoming a disabled veteran? I'm talking about the 3 parts of being a disabled veteran. What's the first part to be? You can't get the other ones without this. There's 3 parts. The first step, you got to have what? Last night I say 4 times a year is a good time to go. So last night I say 4 times a year. That's what I do about 4 times a year. I see my mental health professional. MG Smith said 4 times a year, every 3 months. Okay. Yeah, she said I couldn't spell it. Diagnosis. What she say? I think you said, if that's what you're saying, the first thing, your first step is the diagnosis. That's why the problems list is important. Now, H-Town, thanks explaining the difference between treatment and diagnosis. Unless y'all ask these questions, I wouldn't have known. See, the diagnosis is you're diagnosed with a condition. Then, based on that diagnosis, there are certain treatments that they have for that condition. So the treatment is you already got the diagnosis. So once you service connected for PTSD, you don't have to get service connected no more. All you need is showing, and now you already connected to service, you're service connected for it. So you got the diagnosis and the nexus. All they need to know is a measure of severity. The measure of severity is based on your treatment. If they're saying that your condition will need lifetime treatment, that's good. Even though it may seem like you're doing all right, but you can't do all right without the treatment. Or the treatment shows that you're not responding positively, even though you're totally engaged in the treatment. You go all the times you're supposed to go. It's just not working. That's not your fault. That means your condition is static. Listen to what she said. She didn't just say a diagnosis. The first step to becoming a disabled veteran, a current diagnosis, the event in service, and the nexus between the two. So before you get to the nexus, the first thing you need is a current diagnosis. So in your medical records, in your VA award, the VA might say, yeah, it happened in your service, but that don't work. They need a current diagnosis. Even the VA in your decision letter to deny you, I've seen them do this. Yes, you have a foot injury and it's connected to your military service. But a nexus don't come first, it comes second. The connection comes second. Because they say you don't have, the next thing the VA gonna say, you don't have a current diagnosis. So, and you can't jump to step 2, the nexus, without getting a current diagnosis. Well, I was diagnosed while I was in the military. They say you may not have it no more. How are we gonna connect it to your service without a diagnosis? Let's talk about it. Betty Bob say diagnosis. Now listen, that's the first step. H-Town. Oh, I already read that one. Yeah. See, now he said H-Town, thanks explaining the difference between treatment and diagnosis. I got paper psych of anxiety, apathy from PTSD in 1999 from the clinic. I don't think in my hospital VA records. Okay, that you need to let your doctor know. that you're seeing at the VA. Now, and see what they say. Say this has been a problem and show them the records. You can show that to your doctors and see what they do. And last night I said the current diagnosis between the two. I think I read that one. Yes, indeed. Love say bingo, Alaskan ice on point. Dome say is ongoing in for massage therapy seeking treatment. If that's for a service-connected disability, or listen, for a condition you trying to claim. So let's say you got a diagnosis, you're listening, but you don't have a connection to your military service. If they connected, they need that. They gonna say, well, you ain't continue seeking treatment, so the condition is not active. Come on now. So love to H-Town. Don't you have a diagnosis? Do you have to have a diagnosis to get treatment? Not necessarily so. They may treat the symptom, okay? You may have a bruise or a sore hip, but they don't know why it's sore. So they'll treat you. You go to the emergency room, you don't need a diagnosis to get treatment, do they? They don't know why it's happening. Some things, it may be internal. They may do further tests later. They'll treat you for the pain. They're treating you for the symptom. They're treating you for not being able to move. They do x-rays, and later on they say, oh, he has something wrong with the third disc, the fourth disc. Later on, they'll give you the diagnosis. It's not necessarily happening at the same time. Can you follow me? See, they treating the symptoms, right? But the symptoms might lead them to a diagnosis. You get me? H-Town like checking doors. H-Town is paranoid. H-Town is this. He got PTSD. So they use the symptoms to slow walk that thing and make the diagnosis. Come on. I hope I'm making sense. Now, because remember, you go to the emergency room, they don't know. You may not know you might have a enlarged prostate. You might have a hernia. They start treating the symptoms. They give you some pain medicine just to deal with the pain, the symptom of the hernia. Then they find the hernia or the abscess or whatever it is. Am I making sense, fam? Now, listen, my coaches say my primary care physician at the VA said the diagnosis is in my records. Should she be the one that added to my problems list? Is she the one that diagnosed you? That's what you need to get clear with her. And if she can look at the information, she probably could. You ask. All they can tell you is no. Sure, I used to ask girls to dance. When I used to go to skating ring, I couldn't dance a lick, but I know how to slow drag. Y'all hear H-Town cutting up over here. Now, remember, the first thing you need is the diagnosis, a recognized condition or illness. You may go to the emergency room, get treated for the symptoms. That's the way you get a diagnosis, okay? You got to show symptoms that fall into a certain category. So that's why you might have generalized anxiety, you might have PTSD, where they seeing what symptoms you got. You might suffer from major depression. We're dealing with the mental health side of the game. You might have headaches, but they need to know the symptoms to see whether it's migraines, regular headaches, or something else. Because remember, the symptoms for PTSD are similar to the symptoms for what else condition? TBI, traumatic brain injury. So they gotta look and look, okay, he or she got the symptoms. It seemed like it's PTSD, but it's most likely not, because they had a brain injury, a concussion. So those symptoms that are similar to PTSD probably come from, they only had it after they got the brain concussion. So it's TBI. Come on now. Am I making it make sense? Okay, thanks, family. Now I got it. Come on now. Love say, I always have a diagnosis when I left the hospital emergency room. Now, you know what? That's something to think. Ask that doc, what's wrong? I asked them, what's wrong? What you think it is, doc? I want continued treatment from my primary care doctor after this. Yes. Oh, I forgot to do that. Let me pull that back. Because I don't want nobody to forget. Like Alaska Nights was saying, the next thing is the nexus after you get the diagnosis. And to get the diagnosis, you need to get treatment for your symptoms, or a doctor evaluating you in a CMP exam can give you a diagnosis, but sometimes the VA won't send it to you. So you might have to do your own DBQ with a private doctor or own nexus letter. Come on, let's talk about it. And then the last thing, once you got a diagnosis, a connection to your military service, a nexus, the last thing is the measure of severity. How does the injury limit your daily life when it comes to work and home? Come on, let's talk about it. I told you I'm be tying this stuff in together. Say, why you keep showing these slides? Because I got to make sure you understand how everything connects. Come on now. Now listen, we say, Charleston say, love, the last time I was at the VA emergency room, they just made an appointment with my primary care physician for a follow-up blood test. Okay, listen what it says. Love say, don't medicine mean diagnosis when you are being treated? Great information here for sure. Well, whoever had this happen, they get a treatment team to see what your condition might be. They'll give you medications to treat the symptoms, but eventually they want to diagnose you so they can make sure they're giving you the proper medication. But they will give you something if you're in severe pain or you having severe mental health breakdown. They'll give you treatment to calm you down. They got general medication to relax you, but they're going to start putting you on the observation. Huh? Did you hear that word? So they can come up with a diagnosis. You know, people get diagnoses when they get inpatient treatment for mental health conditions and other physical conditions that lead them just where they can't move, where they're debilitated. And they have people look over and a team is going to try to figure out what's wrong with you. Come on now. Now, remember, the key thing, the first thing is the diagnosis. Type 2 diabetes have certain kind of symptoms. Everybody ain't going to display all of them. We have 19 likes and 16 people watching, fam. Come on now. So love say, I have always had a diagnosis when I got treatment and medication. Now listen to what Alaska Night saying. Y'all are giving us good information. Thank you, love. Alaska Night say, if the VA emergency room does not put why you were there, you can contact them and ask them to add it. And put it in the blue button. Now listen, he say, preach, brother. I'm telling y'all. Come on now. Come on. We making this thing right. We keeping each other sharp. You hear me what I'm saying? How we got time for troll? Now, remember, the key thing is your clinical evidence. And the clinical evidence can be your medical records, evidence from hospital records, statements, problems list, private medical records, military personnel files, VA records, VA medical records, including problems list, support and claim statements from family members, friends, and buddy statements, nexus letters from, you can get them, somebody, a professional in that area. Don't necessarily have to be a medical doctor. if they are skilled in that profession. It could be somebody at a sleep study thing that does sleep study that's expert at that, and they can do it if they do the sleep studies. But they have to be qualified in that field. Now, public DBQs, you get one done on the outside, and that medical opinion is key. In my medical opinion, if they say this is not me, or my medical opinion, these mental health symptoms are a result of post-traumatic stress disorder, TBI, depression, because all come. Look at the diagnostic code for your condition, preach, or the one that you are claiming. They come with the diagnostic codes will show the symptoms. If you have an eating disorder, there are certain symptoms that come with that. Now, and we're going to be going over a lot of the different service-connected things when we show that sheet. I think Jay Oliver, the one that gave it to me, with everything you can be diagnosed with at the VA. Jay Oliver said, yes, a doctor 3 to 4 healthcare poses in the ER to check you out. Yes. Now listen, Love say, Charleston, I am an emergency room regular. They know me. I always get a diagnosis. He don't play with them. He let them know what's up. You want to know what's wrong? Now listen, if you don't have a diagnosis, if you don't have evidence that shows a connection between your military service and your current condition, they're gonna say the information is inadequate. Or even if you get service connected and they underrate you because the information, or they defer your claim because they don't have enough information to measure the severity level of it. Come on now. Or they may underrate you because they don't have enough information. The doctor wasn't clear, the records wasn't clear, or they just didn't read them. Great information here. Yes, indeed. Damn, we about there. I got a treat for y'all tonight. So listen, if you don't have a diagnosis, you can focus on what you want to claim. Step one, this is H-Town's, of course, what I come up with here. You can have the evidence, the law. You can submit your claim without a diagnosis. Sometimes they'll do it at the what do you call it, the CMP exam. Sometimes they won't even schedule one. So if you don't have a diagnosis, you can't go no farther until you got that. You may not get an exam. If you get an exam, if they don't diagnose you in the exam, you're gonna get denied. Come on now. Bingo, Jay Oliver. Real talk. Say love. So understand the critical part of a diagnosis. Treat ice cream. Ice cream, H-Town. Yes, indeed. Come on now. I ain't got no ice cream. I want some, but I ain't got none. Now, you can use the information when you put those things that's on your VA code sheet and you get those show evidence to the VA hospital. You can get that and you can file for an increase because you're showing if you're getting treatment at the VA hospital for it. How you gonna show it? Either at the VA hospital or with your private physician. That's why you want to sync those two things, your VA code sheet and your problems list. Uh-oh. Fam, we about to watch something tonight that I saw. Y'all ready to see it? Tell me if y'all ready to see it. If you looked in the description, you would have saw it. Now, I saw something interesting tonight. Give me a second. Let's see what this last one. LOL got jokes for the channel talking about Charleston. Now, Charleston already got jokes. Now, fam, I'm here. Now, we know, all right, we know that there are different people that can represent you. Now, follow what I'm saying. If they're accredited claim agent, they don't have to be a lawyer. The expert troll claim to be one. So where they can get 20% of your back pay, up to about 33%. But most cases, they just gonna get up to 20% of your back pay if they help you win the claim. Accredited lawyers, like, I think Hill and Punt say they accredited. Kirkpatrick, they say they're accredited. I can't say the full name. I forget. Unaccredited lawyers. There's veteran service officers, and some of them are similar to state and like the American Legion, and some of them, the county governments and states have, American Legion, DAV in there too. So they kind of combine. And now the unaccredited claim consultants, like what do they call it? Some of the ones like what's his name? Claim Academy, and the other one, what's that one here in Texas? The one they tried to sue and they didn't do nothing to him. I told you I wasn't up, man, because they got him. They're gonna get him. VA Claim Insider. They didn't do nothing to him. Ken Patrick here. Oh, we got a thing against him. They ain't doing nothing to him. He ain't did it. That's a white dude. They not doing nothing to him. That's part of the game. That's one of the rules. Y'all want me to tell you the truth? The rule is you do not punish a group of white people. Now, if that had been me, they'd have put RICO charges on me, saying I'm doing some scam to veterans. Huh? But because the way they doing it, they can't say nothing to the black brother. The VA claim, what's that? Veteran VA Claim Academy, because the black brother doing what the white guy's doing. So that's how he behind them. If you gonna get him, you got to get the white dudes. They not gonna do it. So all of them barking, but they ain't gonna do nothing. All the lawyers are mad. All the congressmen, some of them are mad. Some of them, but they're not gonna punish a big group of white people. They're not doing that. I'm telling you the truth here. Okay? Real talk. Now, let's see what happened. An interesting thing happened I saw today. Well, there was a lot. Now, listen to this and see if I know what I'm talking about. Now, fam, we gonna, let me see this here. I'm gonna see, can I get to it? Okay, we going straight to the news. Okay, now H-Town is preaching tonight. Well, you want me to sugarcoat it, fam? Y'all want me lying to you? I ain't saying people evil or bad. I'm saying they on code. Black people come on here, they want to clown me, acting like a fool, because they trying to show out for other folks that they figure if they show out, the other people feel bold to try to attack my channel. I wish they would come over here with that food. I'd drag them. You see what I did to them? So they come with my complexion, my color, to act a fool like, white daddy, you can get him. Look at me. I'm making a fool out of him. No, they ain't coming over here, partner. We gonna be good. We gonna be good. Whatever you are, we gonna be cool. But don't come at me sideways. Nobody. Because I'm gonna respect everybody. Money talks. And you know what walks. I shouldn't say that. Now, the VA can't do nothing when you sign a contract. Come on now. These people signing contracts with these people, some of them to get paid up front. The VA could not pay the money, but they still pay the money to the claim sharks. Now, what you mean by they pay money to claim sharks? Now, let's get to this here. We're going to report a little news because this was very interesting. What I saw where a veteran asked on a live, this veteran asked a question that was very powerful. I don't even think if they know how powerful it was. I learned so much from this interaction. Fair use, this is for educational and informative purposes only. Okay? Let me share my screen. All right, fam. What I want to do, fair use, fair use. We're going to be going over veteran news. Let me ask y'all a question. What did we answer the question? Why is it important to have all your service connected disabilities on your VA problems list? Give me some of the reasons that we gave or some that you come up with. Why it's important to have all your service connected disabilities. You can get off your code sheet, of course. And why is it important to have them on your problems list at the VA hospital? All your current diagnoses at the VA hospital. Why is it important? Did we answer the question yes or no first? Let us know that first, and then let us know why it's important. Give me a moment, and I will be right back. Thank you. All right? Give me a moment. Fair use, fair use. We're going to get to that in a second. Give me one moment. Answer that question for us, fam. What did we answer the question tonight? Yes or no? And then why is it important to sync those things, in your opinion? Or is it important? Let us know. I'll be right back. So our brother MG Smith said we answered the question. Now Betty Bob said, hold on, I missed something. Charlton said yes for a total rating percentage. Yes. Betty Bob said we answered the question. Now listen what I don't know if I got this here. I don't know if I read these. I'm sorry. So he said I use Love said I use 1 through 5. We had 20 likes and 15 watching earlier. Love say I never used 6. Love say VA did not do nothing because the veterans used the contract. Then Kevin say H-Town vet is preaching tonight. Well, we got to tell the truth. Well, you look, I ain't trying to have no fan club, and I don't do clickbait, so I can't be doing it just for clickbait because I'm just telling the truth. And you see, I ain't trying to be nobody buddy. That don't mean I won't work with people if they real, if they see me worth doing it. But with my mouth, I ain't dealing with no chicanery. But I respectful to everybody. Don't get me wrong. Love say VA cannot do nothing. We signed a contract. VA could not pay the money, but I read that earlier. Total VA rating cause Raiders are stupid. Now listen what our brother Kevin says. Cobar Senior. You can file a claim because you have a diagnosis. Yes, even if you don't have a diagnosis on undiagnosed illnesses, or sometimes they will diagnose you in a CMP exam, but sometimes you may not ever get to that point. Now let's see what our sister Alaska Nights is saying. She say it provides a current and past view of a person's health. Okay, patient's health problems across clinical specialties. Sharing the information with caregiver and healthcare teams can help them better understand, I guess, the problem. Understand the patient's health concerns. It may help with claims. You need to have a current diagnosis. Remember that. This information still gets missed or ignored at times. Yes, indeed. Let's see. My eye itching, family. Y'all got to excuse me. We got Brother J. Oliver said the question was answered. Basically, it's important because Raiders that are in the crutch use it as a shortcut to get diagnostic code criteria for development and claim and approval. If you go into a CMP exam, you can take a copy of your CMP exam, a copy of your problems list, and say, Doc, this is everything I'm diagnosed with at the hospital, at the VA. Some of that stuff might be related to the current condition, and you might get service connected for some of those. Don't take a stack, just 1 or 2 pages. Huh? I read that one. Love say real talk, Alaska Nice, true. MG Smith say I was waiting for Alaskan Ice because she can explain it better than any of us can. She uses right language or whatever. Then Kevin says, always check my healthy vet to check on your problems list was updated. Yes, that's real good information. Now listen to Alaskan Ice. I have sent problems lists in with claims with important things highlighted. I never thought of that. Remember I told you other things to send in with your claim? I never thought about sending it in with your claim. Real good one, that sister. MG Smith, salute, and salute everybody. Now let's get to the information. All right, let's look at the video. And as we were saying earlier, fair use, fair use. This is for educational purposes only. So fam, let's get into it. We're going to put it up on the screen. This is going to be a clip from a live stream done by, let's see. Let me get this. By, let's see who it is. I didn't want to put it here. Hill and Punt. Now I want y'all to listen. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear. This is a description to the full video. A link is in the description for the video. You can go watch it. So we just doing this for educational purposes only, just because of the statement and how they responded to it. This is not criticism. This is reality. And this is really good because it helped me to understand things better. Because they have really informative information, but they really on this here, because I don't know exactly all the time how lawyers and these law firms see things. So this is better, okay? Now listen to what we say here. Love say the rater makes more errors rushing through claims. Say, okay. He said, H-Town vet, I didn't know that you could take your problems list to a CMP exam. I know, look, yeah, you can take little papers. I took little papers, little notes. I took what my doctor said I was permanent total. I said, Doc, if you get a chance, look at this. Don't say, hey, you got to look at this. Just when they say, no, just put it up. Okay? But the doctor looked at it. And when he looked at it, he said, I went to medical school with your doctor. I said, what doctor? The doctor, your doctor at the VA. So that gave more credence that he respected that medical opinion. And when he saw what he wrote, he understood how he wrote because they may have worked together before. You get me? You feel me? I saw part of this interaction. It was awesome. Yes, indeed. Kevin, you still think about moving to Nashville? Now let's get to it, family. Listen. All right, here we go. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
Maybe for your review and response in this forum, please. It's in response to a pre-filing consultation.
Oh, hold on.
Nothing to lose by asking VA because there could be something I'm not aware of.
All right, so I just read it, and I do remember hearing about this.
This is not the one.
Says that if you've had multiple enlistments, you can use the benefits in any order. So
not this question, one right after.
I don't know. So
loud and clear.
Sorry.
You stumped us.
It is about benefits. Yep,
now listen to what the next person asked.
All right, that's you.
Agent 2017. Why not 2018? So hello, how does one send you some information, not a claim request, but something maybe for your review and response in this forum, please? It's in response to a pre-filing consultation and the proposed HB, I'm guessing House bill, maybe, giving non-accredited organizations assistance to veterans. Yeah, I'm not sure that you want to send that in this forum.
Okay, so the individual, he or she has a non-accredited claims person helping them. And I think they might have to pay up front. Pre-filing consultation, meaning you got to pay up front. So he's saying this is probably not the place to talk about it, because if they talk about it, they're gonna probably bring up the name of what these people they call claim sharks, and then it's gonna be an open beef. Okay, because these lawyers went to Ken Paxton. A few of these I heard them talking openly about going to in here in Texas, going against what is that, VA Claims Insider. Now let's see. Listen what his opinion is, and this guy's real knowledgeable. He used to be a claim. Look how serious they looking. Man, this is a good one. Hold on. Where's the button to start play?
It depends. You can send if you have any of Helen Ponton's emails, you can send something, for our review. And if you're just asking our opinion on it, but I need a little bit more information than that. When it comes to pre-filing consultations, I don't know if you're asking from the position of a representative or the position of a veteran going to one of those forms of representatives. So I don't know. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not a fan of the non-accredited organizations. Pre-filing consultation, if you're referring to one that you have to pay out of your pocket for, because I know there are some out there like that, not a fan.
Well, they wouldn't be a fan because they have to play by the rules. They are accredited from the knowledge I'm gathering from what they're saying. They're accredited. That's what they purport to be. That's what they say. So somebody that's able to get money from veterans before they file a claim or before they deny it, that's cutting into their money. So yeah, they're not going to be a fan because it may not be fair and because they can't compete in a system where people can help veterans. Hold on. Let me let this play and then I'll be right back. Give me a second.
I don't think that's ethical. If, for people that make veterans do that, it's not necessary. But again, I don't know if you're asking from the business side of the house or the veteran side of the house on that. I would just need a little bit more info. But there are general email. Can we have a general email? Ursula, do you know?
You can probably find it on the website. Yeah. So I'm looking up, I know NOVA, which is the National Organization of Veterans Advocates, which we're all members of. They are working really closely with other bills that are out there. So there's more than one bill floating and some are better than the other. So until something kind of gets passed, I wouldn't worry too much. I know that for us and for NOVA, we're trying to make it so that non-accredited people can't do these types of things. The non-accredited agents and companies that charge for filing initial claims or they charge up front for things, I think can sometimes be predatory. And we're working really hard to make that not happen so that only accredited people, whether it be agents or attorneys, are able to represent veterans. And because we have a lot of rules that we have to follow, we're bound by the rules of the bar and we're bound by the rules of VA, and non-accredited people are not bound by those same rules, so they can do all kinds of things. So you could probably just go to our website if you don't have someone's email address, and I think there's an intake thing there. Just say, on the live, I wanted to send this in, and we can look at it. But I was trying to find the House bill that we're going after so that you guys could go talk to your representatives.
I think our host put something up as well for the person.
I can find it and let you guys know what the House bill is so you can talk to your representatives and make sure that this is the one that goes through that only allows accredited people to do things. So that's it. Sorry. I'll find it. And then Baker, was this my turn? Yeah. What can we do as veterans to get VA to honor VHA Directive 1134 amended 2020? This policy states that all forms will be completed by providers and specialists. There's a YouTube video of Shulkin stating that he will make sure it will happen. Thanks for all that you do. So I'm not entirely sure what the VHA directive is.
I think
okay, family.
Okay.
I had to step away. Now I hope y'all caught what they were saying there. Okay. Now listen. Let me see if I get back to it. 19.
It's in response to a pre-filing consultation and the proposed HB, I'm guessing House bill, maybe,
Yeah.
giving non-accredited organizations assistance to veterans. Yeah, I'm not sure that you want to send that in this forum.
So basically, they got two bills. Remember, we went over it. The one bill where they can send it to that includes the non-accredited agents. Other ones where they don't want them included, the lawyers and everybody, the VSOs like Veteran of Foreign Wars in particular, they don't want them in there. But they making millions. These unaccredited, what, hundreds of millions? Let's see. Okay, now let's see what y'all got. Oh, y'all been talking. I want to see y'all statements here. That person asked for information they don't want to answer. You see how they are, like somebody said, they squirming. Now listen, because they afraid to mention the people that they going after behind the scenes. Because I've heard the lady that's the lead lawyer, the one that be doing the question and answer, not them, but the lead one, that's her name is part of the organization, the older lady. She mentioned them and said, yeah, they shouldn't have this because that's cutting into their thing. Now listen, Charleston say, I like to see lawyers squirm. They really want that 30% cash, 20 to 33%. But who's keeping count? Now, sure is, brother, lots of veterans, good health care, hospital. Let's see. They're not trying to answer that question. Why you think they're not trying to answer it? Let's see. I'm getting to the statements here. Now, he say 33 and a third %. I hear you, brother. I left out that that half percent. Now listen. Jay Oliver say they are working in the brothel and the unaccredited are in the streets pimping. Same crime, different clothes. Huh? Man, y'all being hard on them. All about the money. Now, laugh out loud. Kevin got jokes. Good for the channel. Love say real talk, Kevin. Kevin say 33 and a third %. You know what's up. He got two lawyers. Now, they all charge except veteran service organizations. Yes. The veteran service organizations getting paid from the federal government in other ways. You get me? Huh?
It depends. You know, you can send if you have any of Helen Ponton's emails, you can send something, you know, for our review. And if you're just asking our opinion on it.
See, they usually say if it's dealing with another lawyer or somebody else's opinion, you got to go to that lawyer that you're having problems with or whatever agency that's representing you. But now they say you can send it to our review. They want to know because if it's any information that they can use against these unaccredited claim agents when they're talking to the congressman, when they're talking to these, what they call these lawyers at these different states to try to undermine them. They want the dirt on them because that's their competition. The unaccredited claim agents are their competition. Am I right or am I lying? I'm not saying that they are bad at all. I'm saying that that's their competition. Am I telling the truth or not? It ain't just that they want to, you know, help veterans. They are helping veterans, but that's their competition. Let's be real. Come on now. And they scared to say something because it's a lot of these organizations, almost every last one of them are white, and you got a few white Hispanics in there running it. And white meat don't eat white meat. Huh? So they dancing around it. They trying to get laws passed because they don't want to get dirty with each other. White folks don't like arguing with each other publicly, not on nothing real. Now they'll do a whole bunch of barking on other stuff, but if something real dealing with some money like this that other groups can come in and benefit, they trying to handle this behind the scene. But these veterans, see, they got another problem. The other problem is if they attack these people, they want to do it like they do with R. Kelly, like they try to do with Tyler Perry. How they do black men. They attack them personally. We want to know their whole childhood. We want to know what their first wife said. We want to know if they touched somebody when they was in high school. They want to know all your stuff. They don't go into these people's background, these unaccredited claims agents. They just deal with it on a political, legal level. Huh? Because of they going after most of these people that are unaccredited, they are veterans. So it'll look bad for a law firm or any law firm that say they support veterans to be attacking veteran-led organizations, whether some of them are hustlers or not. Tell me if I'm making sense. Please tell me if I'm right. If I'm making sense. I ain't saying I'm right. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to say right. Tell me if I'm making sense and give me your opinion. Charleston say J. Oliver should make how you know about brothels and street pimps. This is my confession. My chick on the side got one on the way. Oh, Betty Bob say 20 likes, 17 watching. Come on, family. We're going to put it out there. Veteran service organizations just don't have a lot of time to help build a claim because they're helping so many veterans. Some of them try to help, and they may not always have the qualified people. Love say, you are so right, H-Town. I don't want y'all to get in trouble if you're going to get one of them to represent you because they see this video and then don't want to represent you. So just, you know, I'm just saying. Betty Bob say flat fee is cutting in 33% times 6, winning the claim. And I showed you how much some of them get. Some of these unaccredited claims agents. Some of them, they have decent fees. Love say free veteran services are overwhelmed with claims and just don't have the time. If you would use an unaccredited claims representative, put a Y in the chat. If you would never use an unaccredited claim representative, put an N, put yes or no in the chat. Yes, if you would use an unaccredited, the ones that represent you, but they're not accredited with the VA. H-Town, you are making sense. I'd rather have a lawyer. If you'd rather have a lawyer, put a lawyer. If you put yes or no, N for no, Y for yes. And if you'd rather have a lawyer, say, I'd rather have a lawyer like our brother. Love say Betty Bob 33.5%. I'm sorry. MG Smith H-Town trying to get other veterans money. How? Let me see. I'm confused. What you saying? I don't know what to say. You say H-Town vet trying to get other veterans money. How despicable. Now, meaning which ones? The claim consultants or the lawyers? Who are you the most irritated at? He said always lawyer. Now listen, Paul says, wow, 33 and 30%. I thought they could only get 20%. No, brother. They can get 20%. In special cases, they can get more. Most of the time, they're just going to get the 20%. Did you hear what I said? I'm pretty sure that's what it is with. She says she would never use a claim consultant. Come on, somebody here, if you've ever used a claim consultant, let us know. Put CC in the chat for claim consultant. If you've used one before and it worked. Or if it didn't work, let us know it didn't work. Now, I had a lawyer, they say they could charge up to 50% of my thing. Huh? Did you hear what I said? I ain't going to get to you what it's about. Yeah, 50. They said they only going to take 40% though. Huh? Huh? You heard what I just said? Not 33, but this ain't for a VA claim though. Why are we not getting Dougie to have those VA employees pay to help veterans with their claims instead of laying them off? Wow, real talk. Now, Love say they all have real issues. Let me pull myself so I can catch up. Y'all going in at it. All of them have problems. Tell me, what are some of y'all act like all of them have problems. What are your issues with lawyers? What are some of your issues with lawyers? What are some of your issues with claim consultants? Designate, let's start with lawyers. Anybody in here have issues with lawyers representing you with your VA claim? Some of you had good experiences, some may not. Let us know. Now, MG Smith say the claim sharks trying to get veterans disability money. But do they help some people get their benefits? Some people say they've been helped. Betty Bob say, hello, Paul Cox. Paul is in the house. Sorry, but I didn't acknowledge you. Dan J. Oliver say, no one, just prayers and faith. Now, Paul says, okay, you got 33 and 30% for special cases. Yeah, special case. Most cases, they just get 20%. Most cases, they just get 20%. But if you're dealing with something like that big money, some of them dealing with that, what's that? Them Navy people with them serious chemicals doing Vietnam, and their parents already gone, and they say they did extra work, and they might be getting hundreds of thousands or millions. You think they're going to stop at 20%? Maybe, maybe not. This out their mouth. This out the lawyer's mouth. That those claims could be worth hundreds of thousands or millions. So you say, well, why are they talking questions and not doing law when they could be making? Because this is where they find out, they advertise this, having these things, which is good. That's their business. Now, listen to say, I am confused. I am going, me, myself, and I, three amigo, claim rep. Me and three amigos, you had me, myself, and I. You something else. Love, you something else, man. Love, say, Betty Bobs, you are so right. They're asking for too much money to help veteran claim consultants. Now listen, Betty Bob say, my fault. You mean a free VSO? I would never use a free VSO. Who don't mind paying to get their benefits? Huh? Put the money emoji in the chat. If you say, I ain't trying to get nothing free. I'll pay to play. If you'll pay to play, put the money emoji, put a money symbol, the dollar sign in the chat. If you wouldn't play, if it'll get you the benefits you need. If I get the right lawyer, I might be willing to pay. Huh? Y'all would have to recommend them though. Because I don't want nobody to hurt my feelings. Huh? If you ain't got no problem playing, let us know. What's your concerns though? Now, Paul Cox say, evening, Betty Bye. Oh, talking to everybody speaking. Then we have Kevin said, it seems to me you're going to have to pay into the system one way or another, brother or sister. Because even when you get the VSOs to help you, you can't hold them accountable for nothing. They don't really have skin in the game. You'll get some people that'll help you. Then a lot of times people, if they don't help you properly, you can't hold them to nothing because it's free. They just gonna say, oh, it didn't work. A law firm, time is money. So if they don't help you, they wasting their time. So they don't take claims unless they think they're gonna get one, a good payout. Number two, they gonna win. Huh? Tell me where I lied. And that's business, you know. But I say just be upfront. Now listen. Let me put the music on while I'm reading these things. Cause y'all chatting away here. I wasn't meant to stir the pot tonight. Oh, we might make our little 2 hours. We just get 2 hours. Paul Cox say sorry about the misspell. I misspell all the time. I misspeak. And then Love say, had a lawyer tell me he could get the helpless child claim, but no benefit from my father, but he was not experienced with the VA either. So he was probably unaccredited. They'll let unaccredited. You notice the law firms, the accredited lawyers are not criticizing the unaccredited lawyers, just the unaccredited non-lawyers. Am I lying? What y'all think of that? Jay Oliver say lawyers limit to time of claim consultants, money plus time of claim, and VSO time on deck. Listen, you gotta understand something. They can't represent you until you've been denied once if they're accredited. They won't get paid. So they banking on your back pay. So if you got a big back pay, that's gonna get them more money. They don't. What if you only get $3,000 or $1,000? That ain't no money for them. They're not gonna take the money in most situations because it ain't cost effective. Am I right or wrong? Now Kevin Cobar Senior say, I will pay no problem. I pay to play. And then Love say, true, Kevin. Alaskan Ice say, no, I thought about a lawyer several times and changed my mind. Alaskan Ice, why did you change your mind, sister? Huh? In the words of our brother, what's my brother's son, that song? Tyrone Davis. He say, you gonna make me, he said, I want to change my mind. Huh? What made you change your mind about a lawyer, Alaskan Ice, if you don't mind telling us? If it's personal, you don't have to say nothing, sister. I just want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Kevin says, I always pay for a lawyer's time. Yes. Kosi said, no. What did I miss? Okay, Kevin say, true, time is money. Yeah. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Huh? Now Betty says, claim lawyers is big AL we don't get paid until you get paid. Yes, that's Big Al, Big Al. Yeah, I tell you, I've been speaking highly of Big Al. Now listen to what Paul says. You have to pay for the nexus in a lot of cases. I know somebody that paid, when I remember we used to first started the live, they said they paid $2,000. $2,000 for a nexus letter. Now listen, the only advantage, $2,000 for a nexus letter. $2,000? My girlfriend don't charge that much. I'm just joking. Y'all don't get on my case. I had to throw that joke in. Y'all can't laugh at that one. I apologize, people. Oh, the only advantage with the lawyer is they typically aren't going to waste their time for a case that will not pay or win. Now listen, communication, listen what Kevin Colbart Sr. say. Communication is a big thing with me. I told them, talking about his lawyers, that up front, I don't have time for that. And one thing, you want them to communicate and return your calls and keep you updated. This is important. Now, Love say, H-Town, you are right. Some VSOs are not experienced enough. Now we have our brother Charleston say, as Jay Oliver says, lawyers always charge by the clock, like those bad girls in the red light district. Oh boy. Coasty say he used a lawyer. I think that's what you were saying. Jay Oliver say, I believe it was within my wheelhouse to handle my claim, so that's why I handled most of it myself and suffered the loss of income and time. Man, y'all talking some heavy stuff tonight. See, the reason I did it was not to point them out or pick on them, because I get a lot of good knowledge from Hill and Punt. And like I say, the whole video's in the description. The link is in the description. I mean, the link. So go check them out, because they help inspire me to do the channel, because they give so much solid information. But we got to be real with I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm real about when it comes. At least they up front, they tell you what they getting up front. Okay, the thing, I think I read this. The thing about a lawyer is they're going to find thing about a lawyer is they're going to find you money that you never thought you could have, but you got to pay them, no problem. Yo, you can't be shortchanging people. And some people shortchange these claim consultants. If you sign a contract, you need to pay these people. Now, there shouldn't be no real exploitive amount like a long shark. But if you sign the paper, it's going to be hard to get out of the agreement. Love say, DAV said they could win the helpless child claim, but no benefits from my father. Then Kevin Colbart Sr. says, these are lifelong benefits. I ain't got time to waste. Yeah, because you need them now. If I had the money, I'd get it. Well, if I need it, I would get a lawyer. I just happen to be blessed with a good VSO. Real Talk Charleston, Kevin Colbart Sr., 100%. Now, fam, we're going to finish up that little clip. Y'all watched it, but I'm going to make my finest little commentary. Fair use. Fair use. This is for educational purposes only. Now, here we go. Let me put the mute button on. Oh, I gotta put it. See, it's crazy. I can't click it here. I gotta click it on.
But I need a little bit more information than that. When it comes to pre-filing consultations, I don't know if you're asking from the position of a representative or the position of a veteran going to one of those forms of representatives. So I don't know. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not a fan of the non-accredited organizations. Pre-filing consultation, if you're referring to one that you have to pay out of your pocket for, because I know there are some out there like that, not a fan. I don't think that's ethical. If for people that make veterans do that, it's not necessary. But again, I don't know if you're asking from the business side of the house or the veteran side of the house on that. I would just need a little bit more info. But there are general email. Do we have a general email? Ursula, do you know?
You can probably find it on the website. Yeah. So I'm looking up, I know NOVA, which is the National Organization of Veterans Advocates, which we're all members of.
You heard that. They members of NOVA. Remember the lady from NOVA spoke, and they on the lawyer side, not the claims agent side. They help veterans with their benefits, but I think they're accredited NOVA. But now listen to what she says. This is video, and reviewed it.
They are working really closely with other bills that are out there. So there's more than one bill floating, and some are better than the other. So until something kind of gets passed, I wouldn't worry too much. I know that for us and for NOVA, we're trying to make it so that non-accredited people can't do these types of things.
Meaning they can't do claims. Non-accredited, like VA Claim Insider, they can't, and others. I'm not picking on them, just different ones. Something claim consultant, and the different ones that we went over before. They don't want them to be able to help claims. Huh? Look, you see how she looking? They looking real serious right now. So that's a good one. NOVA has a list of accredited VA attorneys from A to Z. But I wonder, when they're trying to make it where unaccredited claims agents can't help people with their claim, you know why they're so nervous? And she looking to the side? Somebody might ask her, what about unaccredited lawyers? They can charge you as much as they want to, right? They're not limited to the 20%. And when they talk about the lawyer, they say, well, we hope they do the right thing. Why are you not coming on them the way you coming on accredited claims agent? Unaccredited claims agents, the unaccredited lawyers, shouldn't they be accredited? They're not pushing for that. So that kind of not being totally open about what their opinion is on lawyers getting accredited. They're not saying nothing about that. Huh? Why just make one rule for all and be done with it? With this, it's all about money for all lawyers and consultants, because some lawyers ain't gonna get accredited. In my opinion, this is a turf war, like our brothers say. In my opinion, some lawyers are not accredited, and they helping veterans with claims. And they don't want to hurt no lawyer that's unaccredited, because they're not saying nothing about it. They're only being vocal about the non-lawyers that are unaccredited. If you know something different, let me know. Now, he say, Charleston Zimmerman say, turf war attorney, I guess pay VA to get accredited. Yeah, I don't know if you pay them. I know that you got to get accredited through them. Love say, so true. True, Kevin, real talk. But what about the unaccredited lawyers? See, I listen to what people not talking about. So if their problem ain't with accreditation, their problem is because the unaccredited lawyers are doing the same thing. They're charging, they're not going by the rules. And they're not pushing back at them, to my knowledge, at least not verbally. It's all choice. It is all the choice of them veterans. Yes, indeed. Credit on non-credit, there is a good and bad on both sides. Who think they should get away? Who think they should do away with unaccredited claims consultants, unaccredited claims people? Put a 1 in the chat if you think they need to do away with them. Put a yes, or you put yes. If you say no, tell us why. Jay Oliver say, my cousin Vinny. Yeah, the use. Paul Cox said, yes, these attorneys are loyal to the bar. We can't screw each other. Who think we should get rid of, yes or no, should we get rid of unaccredited claims agents? And what's your opinion on what should be done about them? Kevin say, make the unaccredited get accredited, simple as that, even the playing field. Yeah, but she's saying she don't think they should be able to get accredited. Some of them say they do. So Kevin say, yes, they should get accredited. Now listen.
The non-accredited agents and companies that charge for filing initial claims, or they charge up front for things, I think can sometimes be predatory. And we're working really hard to make that not happen, so that only accredited people, whether it be agents or attorneys, are able to represent veterans. And because we have a lot of rules that we have to follow, we're bound.
Yeah, she said agents or attorneys, but those unaccredited lawyers don't follow the rules. They don't have to. Some may. All of them don't. And she say lawyers, but she ain't talking about the unaccredited lawyers. But I do agree with her that them charging people up front, that's a real strong point she made, that them charging consultation fees up front. But some people might be willing to pay them, though. No, don't get rid of them. So he say don't get rid of unaccredited. Why are y'all so strong? MG Smith say yes, get rid of them. Betty Bob say no. Most of y'all say no. Are y'all biased because a lot of these consultants are veterans themselves? Are you biased because they are veterans? They getting money. Should veterans be profiting off of other veterans? That's what they say. Kevin say, if you want to get paid, make a lawyer to get the unaccredited. Hold on. If you want to get paid, make a lawyer. Make a lawyer to get an unaccredited. Get their stuff together. Okay. Now, let's say VA got a backlog, making many errors, taking longer delays, claims on purpose. One thing people ain't talking about, the elephant in the room. If these unaccredited claims consultants wasn't helping people get their benefits, people wouldn't be using them. Am I right? Whether they charging too much or not, apparently they helping somebody get their benefits. Am I right? They not burning everybody, are they? Now, Charleston say, I have a question. Are VA contract raters accredited through the VA like attorneys? We say contract raters. What you mean by contract raters? What you talking about? The people that work, they get their training through the VA. I don't know if they have a special accreditation. I'm sure they have certain things for their job. You talking about the ones that do the high level reviewers, the high level reviewers. Take this up. Now, love, VA force you to get outside help. You think they kind of push you? MG Smith say on accredited just sounds shady. Unaccredited just sounds shady to me. Love say True H Town. Now, Kevin Kobar Sr. says unaccredited agents is exploiting the veteran. At least one thing you could say, the lawyers are straightforward. There's very little because you got somebody to complain to with the lawyer's family. You can actually complain to the VA and they can lose their accreditation. Now, let me pull this up because y'all are chatting away, fam. We had 2 hours and 30 minutes. We about to get up out of here. So let's finish this last piece up here. Love says, hold on. Did I read this one? J. Oliver say the unaccredited have more leeway. Yes, they do. And that's what making them and other people mad because they movement is restricted. The unaccredited have more leeway to dive deeper into the VA guidelines than lawyers. And they can work closer with doctors and other healthcare professionals. And they got more, they're not under the restraints of the VA. Huh? Am I right? Lawyers learn VA rules, hence accreditation. Keep the consultants. Jay Oliver has a point. Love say you, and so does and I ain't trying to put y'all against each other, so does Kevin Kobar Sr. Love, you accredited VA people making mistakes, not enough experience. Wow. Betty Bob says they are not talking about the unaccredited lawyers. Those lawyers can come back and sue them. Yes. Kevin Kobar Sr. says 5 times to 6 times the increase is ridiculous. Because I showed y'all, whatever your increase is, they can multiply. They can come out with a bag. Those are unaccredited consultants. Some of them do it like that. Not all. Paul Cox says competition, and to a certain extent, they do educate you about the process and what is required. You are absolutely right. If they weren't effective, people wouldn't use them. What do you think the benefit? What can an unaccredited claim consultant, those that are effective, what can they do that a lawyer can't do? What can they do that a VSO can't do? Talk to me. What can a consult? Because there's a need, huh? When they walk up to me talking about, man, you took my woman. Yeah, I had on papers. I say, I ain't take your woman. She was just ready to go. Huh? You wasn't on your job. They saying some of these lawyers ain't on their job. Some of these credited claim agents, it ain't enough of them. Huh? Come on, let's talk about it. Charleston say, CMP examiner are contracted by the VA and subcontract. Yeah. Love say, they just have to follow certain guidelines. I don't know what rules. I don't know if they're accredited for the examiners. Love, Kevin, so true. Now we're going to get ready to finish up. Let's get this done and we're going to close it out because we're a little over 2 hours and I appreciate y'all.
By the rules of the bar, and we're bound by the rules of VA and non-accredited people. All lawyers are bound by the bar, but not the unaccredited lawyers are not bound by the accreditation of the VA. Just y'all are. People are not bound by those same rules, so they can do all kinds of things. So, you could probably just go to our website if you don't have someone's email address, and I think there's an intake thing there. Just say, on the live, I wanted to send this in, and we can look at it. But I was trying to find the House bill that we're going at.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna stop there. What y'all think now, fam? Family time. We're gonna get ready to get to the end of it. Let's see. So Kevin, so true, they're charging too much. Then Love says VA don't have to pay if it is much being charged, but the VA still has to pay the money. Let me see. Turning, we're gonna finish up. We just over 2 hours and a half. That's good. We in our time frame. Now, Love say VA don't care who is getting paid and how much. They just there to approve and deny claims. Jay Oliver say VA are bound by 38 CFR, but overlap errors, down, rate, and deny. VA, Love say the whole VA system is corrupt. Now, family, we gonna get ready to. Let's see, what I have it on? We gonna get ready to ask you if you have any final questions, comments, any topics you want to consider. What do y'all think about what we just went over? Was I fair? Now and then Love say the whole VA system is corrupt. Family, we doing it, and we want to hear from you. Any other statements, let us know. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Right now, family, we're gonna do a little tally. Our sister Betty Bob says 23 likes and 12 watching. And right now we got 1,954 subscribers. Okay. This video, somebody must have liked Healing Point because I lost a subscriber. I lost one. Huh? Let me see here. When we started, we had 1,555. Now we have 1,554. Tell me if y'all can see that number. Come on now. Come on. Let's do this here. Okay, fam. Make sure y'all been doing good. We've been getting a lot of people watching the videos. Make sure you click on those notifications so we can talk on, so you'll be notified of the next one. Keep watching, fam. And this is the blue button, which is a feature of My Healthy Vet. Make sure you get the premium one for that. H-Town say you can't please everyone. No, you can't. I lost one subscriber. My daughter say stop being petty. I want to know why they left. Huh? You should have told me I wasn't good enough. What Kelly Price say? You should have told me I wasn't fine enough. You see, I can't sing. Fam, we're going to start by saying good night. Let's start doing our final greetings. If y'all have no questions, because we did it, I hope the information was good. Remember, if you have look what's on the screen, at least 2 0 ratings, and they interfere with your ability to work. That don't mean you're not working, but it interfere with it. You can get a 10% rating based on those 2 zeros with VA math. So True Charleston, Paul say thanks, H-Town. Was the information okay? Let us know. I'm sitting there with a chip in my hand. Love say great information, H-Town. Was anything helpful? Did you learn anything tonight? Let us know. Alaska Knight says, what was interesting to y'all? Did y'all learn anything tonight? Was the information open your mind up if you didn't learn something? Alaska Knight say good night. Yes, indeed, sister. Now, let's see what we got. We got Betty Bob say H-Town, get some rest and have a good weekend. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna get some rest. I need some now, sister. Look who's in here, everybody. Chief Z for you. Hello, everyone. Great information. Some people just be sitting back in the cut. Huh? I can't forget. Paul say good information. Alaska Knight say have a great week. I think I got that. Betty Bob says information was healthy, was healthy and good. I can file a claim using the VA diagnostic code sheet. You already service connected on that using not the VA diagnostic code sheet, using your problems list. If they say they say you need a diagnosis, you're filing something and you're not service connected for it. Well, if it's you already got a diagnosis on your problems list, you say, well, I do have a diagnosis. Now I'm trying to with the VA hospital. Now I'm trying to service connect it. That's when you turn your problems list in, okay? Now, because the VA, VBA, the Veteran Benefit Administration, already got your diagnostic code. Now, MG Smith say, good night, family. Yes, good information. Yes, open my mind. Charleston say, so 2 things are worth a dime. Ain't that it? Two nothings are worth a dime. So 2 nothings are worth a dime with VA math. Nothing for nothing equals 10% rating. You say LOL. Now, Betty Bob says, saying hi to Chief Z for you and good night. And he say, Chief Z for you, welcome, good night. And then Jay say, family, it was a blast. I enjoyed being back in the mix. We missed you. And he say, yes, the problems list I meant. Yes, the problems list. So when you filing something, if it's a diagnosis on your problems list, or if you have an outside diagnosis with another doctor, you can bring that in. But if it's on your VA problems list, how can they deny the diagnosis? So they got to almost got to give you Eric Mays, you know, my elder from Flint, Michigan. You got to stop doing that. Rest in power. I loved him. You know, he on YouTube. You see him, Eric Mays. He said he was on the city council in Flint. Boy, he was something else. He reminded me people in my family. Betty Bob say, yes, the problem is I mean. And Chief Z for you say, good night, everyone. Family, good night. I'm all backwards. SNAFU, normal for me. I hear you. Now, Kevin say, that's automatic CMP. Yeah, if you got a diagnosis, most of the time, but you know, they try to be slick and say there's no evidence of that is service connected. So that's why you want to make sure you have some kind of evidence. J. Oliver say H-Town is being sensitive on your problems list. No, not being sensitive, being maybe hyper vigilant. I don't know. No, I don't think that's a diagnosis sensitive. But if you depressed and you cry a lot, yes. Good one. Betty Bob, sometimes we got a lot to keep from crying. Alaska Knight says, bring in outside DR, CD, and notes from MRI and X-rays. Key information. All right, now, Kevin Kobarstein say, that's why I got a lawyer. And if I go forward, I would probably get a lawyer, brother. Now, Charleston said, like, if I go for special monthly compensation, a big amount, if I ever have to do that, if it's the one with the 60% is automatic. Kevin Colbert sings, Charleston says, good night, family. Jay Oliver says, good night, family. Family, I want to tell y'all, thank y'all for being here. We appreciate you and all that you do. You understand? We thank y'all for being here. And hopefully we answer and say, better about say, thank you, Alaska Nights. I have all that. Yes. And if family, we hope we answered the question tonight. Why is it important to have all service connected disabilities on your VA problems list? Because one of the main reasons is, our sister said, because you can, if you can claim that at the VA regional office. And we want to thank y'all, family. He say thank you, Brother Kevin Cobarcine say thank you, H-Town vet. You're knowledgeable, brother. I try to be, and y'all help me, and y'all knowledgeable too. And I want to say thank you for that compliment, and thank all of y'all and family. I'm gonna miss you, and I want to say thank you, and I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all for being the good people that you are. And until next time, family, we want to say, stay safe. Keep your family close. And I love you, and good night.